What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today, it is episode number 49. 49ers picking up a dub today, despite Trey Lance out for the year, snapping his ankle in half, but we're going to get onto that later. Great weekend of football. Week 3 college football done. Week 2 NFL almost done. We're at halftime Sunday night football with the Packers shitting on the Bears. And then Monday night football, we got Everett's game, and then we also got the Titans playing. I think the Titans are who are the Titans playing, Everett? Bills. Oh yeah, and Gabe Davis I think is out for that game, and also hammer the Bills because it's been 13 days. But by the time this episode's out, the game will be over already. But I'm assuming the Bills will smack them because they had actually like 10 days.
If you're like me and you have Derrick Henry on your team, or just in general, please pray that Derrick Henry drops like 40 points on them. Like, do you know the meme that's
I'll be honest, on them? I saw a trend going around this summer that the second that running backs hit age 27, they get washed. And for all my fantasy leagues, I follow that rule, except for with Leonard Fournette. Like Leonard Fournette, I was like, screw that rule. Lenny's fine. He turned 27 this year. I'm like, for him, he gets an extra year. 28 next year, Leonard's on my do not draft list. Next year, a lot of the running backs or fantasy, I think, are going to be way older and will lose that burst. And I think next year will be the year that the receivers truly dominate.
I think they're doing that this year. I'm not going to lie.
I think this year is what people think. I think this year, a lot of people are thinking will be the year that receivers
so far, that's what it seems like.
I know. But I think at the end of the season, when we count up all the stats, we'll see. I still think that like Jonathan Taylor or like,
well, I think that
someone can
you're never going to be
points every week. And
but
we're going to get into the Colts blank from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
My one thing though is like, I don't think that you're ever going to fully be able to like replicate that Jonathan Taylor CMC, like obvious 30 points per week kind of deal, because you only get that volume with a running back. And both of them
what I'm saying.
Fairly young. But like outside of those two, maybe three, whenever you have that one random running back per year.
Someone could just randomly pop off. I don't know who it would be, but it's fantasy football. Things happen. I mean, it's just the NFL. Things just happen. Dudes just pop out of nowhere in like week 9. And it's like, whoa, who is this guy? Like, and you just
last year, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
We're going to get into Amon-Ra. I have a very interesting little stat book on him later. But actually, let's just blaze through the college football today. Should I give my 30-second recap?
30. Hold on. Wait a second. Let me get this timer ready. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. You tell me. You give me a 3, 2, 1.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
I apologize to Stetson Bennett and Georgia. You guys are by far the best team in the country. Alabama, you guys are feeding Bryce Young. You want to win the Heisman. He threw 2 picks and you left him in the fourth quarter, boosting his stats. Fuck you. Ohio State dominant today. Watch out for that offense playing Wisco next week. We'll tune into that later. Notre Dame squeaking one out with Cal. Marcus Freeman looking a little stressed in the post game. Brian Kelly pulls out a big win in Baton Rouge. Go Tigers. Good for him.
That's all we had time for. We missed one big game though.
Oh, well, we're going to spend a segment on it, so I didn't bring it up in the recap. So, but I forgot to say, I forgot to mention A&M also, and Sparty, and Penn State.
And App.
Couple more games to bring up. We're not bringing up App State. They're done. Okay. We're going to start things off.
Florida? Did you bring up Florida?
Florida
versus USF.
I mean, rip the Anthony Richardson Heisman campaign. That thing died so fast. My God. I don't really want to go over that much because they're not relevant. I just want to go over the relevant stuff. I want to get to the NFL as quickly as possible because we are currently in 12 minutes left in the third quarter of Sunday Night Football. Aaron Jones just picked up a first down. So, okay. Let's start things off. We're going to save Tulane in a couple seconds. I just want to start off with a Georgia shout out. I apologize to Georgia You guys are by far the best team in the country. You guys have shown that on defense, on offense. Stetson Bennett, I'm sorry. You have stepped up this year so much. I've been really impressed with how Georgia offense just seems. Last year, or just in years past, like Georgia, when they're on offense, I just feel like I'm holding my breath a little bit. Like, you don't really know what's going to come. You're not expecting it to be like explosive. I hate that word, but you're not expecting anything like dynamic on offense. But this year, they're making plays all over the place. And I want to shout out Brock Bowers, true sophomore tight end. This dude, freakishly athletic. He's like 6'4", 230. He's gashing guys over the middle, making guys miss, breaking tackles, juking guys, making catches all over the place. He's unreal. And so Brock Bowers, I just want to say the tight end room for Georgia, although they might not like have the threats at wide receiver, they have 3 tight ends. Literally, I think they might have the 3 best tight ends in college football.
Why?
Or 3 of the top 5 tight ends in college football.
Why do I feel like there couldn't be a better tight end name than Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington, and
That's
Eric
a tight
Gilbert.
end name. Those are tight end names.
Like Darnell Washington is the 6'7", 270 tight end who hurdled a guy in the first game. Okay, I'm sorry. The cops are on me. They are on me.
Weekend. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Oh my fuck. What the fuck?
I don't know if I've heard some real shit's going down right now, man.
Oh my God. Okay, it's over. I hope it's over, but God damn, that was amazing. Everett, that was that was fucking great. But
yeah,
the Packers just fumbled. But okay.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Georgia, but when they run their 3 tight end sets, I said it last week, but I'll say it again. Like, you have to commit to the run. You have to fill the box. You have to stop the run. But they have their 3 like best receivers at tight end. So their 3 tight end sets are passing sets. It's tight end attack all over again, Everett. But it's like an actual tight end attack. Like if Georgia ran tight end attack, whoo, you man players know what I'm talking about.
But you can't stop it when I run it with Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, no.
3 years ago.
Disgusting. It is disgusting, like you cheese spamming with a fast quarterback, and I had slow boys at edge. But moving on from that game, we're gonna get to Tulane later. Hold on to that thought, Everett. Oklahoma pooped on Nebraska. Very quick thought. I don't know why I thought Nebraska was live last weekend. That was a horrible take by me.
They were up for a bit though, weren't they? They like at least
they scored their first drive. They started the game up 7-0, and then oh my God, Oklahoma started rolling after that. So we're done talking about that game. Before I go into the Ohio State game a little bit, Notre Dame beats Cal 24-17. There was a viral clip going around of the Notre Dame offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, cussing out his new quarterback, Drew Pine, who took over the injured Tyler Buckner, and quote, this is what he said: "Do your fucking job. The whole fucking team is counting on you. Now fucking step it up." That's what he told Drew Pine. We had some lip readers over Twitter point that out. And yeah, Tommy Rees, great relationship with his quarterback. Notre Dame, they lit it up on offense this year, or in this game. They have been this year. What a great performance, beating Cal by 7 at home. Do you have any thoughts on that game?
Really seems like Notre Dame is struggling out of here this year.
Yeah, not their best. They're unranked.
They're unranked.
Not their best showing.
They
barely got through Cal.
They do not yet have a quality win, nor do I know if they will.
Yeah, they probably will not get a quality win this year. I think USC will end up smacking them. They also have to play Clemson this year, who won't smack them, but they'll just beat them.
Would if you beat Notre Dame, would that count as a quality win for you?
No. No. So that's why I think USC will probably beat them. I think USC will end up being like a 7 to 10 point favorite for that game, probably a 7 point. I think they'll win by like 10. I think it'll be like 30 to 20 or something like that, like 31 to 21.
Hey, I mean,
I think it'll be something like that. Okay, screw it. We'll get into USC right now.
Right on.
USC beats Fresno State 45-17 in the Collie. First night game with Lincoln in the Collie, 7:30 kickoff. The boys were electric. My one opinion on this game, though, the USC run defense is a very big problem, and I think USC is good enough to still go 12-0. I think they're still good enough to win the Pac-12, beat Notre Dame at the end of the year, beat Utah. I still think they're good enough to go 12-0, but the second they go up against a Alabama, a Georgia, and Ohio State, like the second they have to go up against a team with a extremely tough defense and an offense that can also hang, it's going to be very bad, in my opinion. As of now, from what I'm seeing, I still think there's a lot of room for improvement. I still think they can improve. Edge rusher Romello Height out for the game. He's a little banged up, so hopefully he can get back on the field, help that run defense out a little bit. But I liked what I saw a little bit towards the end of the game. But the offense is clicking. Offense is moving for USC, and so that's why I would say
didn't Jordan Addison
for sure.
Didn't Jordan Addison have
great
like
game
5?
out of him? Great game out of Mario Williams. Travis Dye had a really good. No. I think Jordan Addison had like 2, but Mario Williams. I don't think Mario had any touchdowns, but he was the go-to guy. He was like the feature guy today. Travis Dye had some tubbies too, or 1 tubby, but the offense was just looking great. So USC, I think that offense is good enough to carry them 12-0, but I don't expect them to do anything or even win the Pac-12, go 13-0, but past that, I don't know.
Maybe not this year, but I mean next year. Although Caleb Williams is draft eligible
after next year.
After next year. Okay. So at least one more season.
Yeah. No. So like next year is more so the year where give it a real run. Like this year, if they win the Pac-12, that's a major success. If they go 13-0, like right now, because Notre Dame is weak and Utah started off a little slow, USC's rolling. I think USC just has that little swagger edge to them right now to win that game. So I think that's just a little more in USC's favor. Though I think they're going to be favorited in that game come Vegas. And for this Notre Dame game end of the year, I'm very confident in that from what I've seen from Notre Dame so far, especially with Tyler Buchner out now. And after hearing what Tommy Rees had to tell his quarterback today.
Although one thing that I will say is
counting on you, Drew.
Shout out to Manti Te'o though.
Oh yeah, I loved that. I loved the reception he got. That shout out to the Notre Dame fans for that. Not Malik Zaire. Every other Notre Dame fan, I love you guys.
Yeah, we love
Actually,
not
all of you, but a majority of you are great people.
We love Manti on the show.
Yeah, I'm a Manti truther, and he was also a Charger for a really long time, so that's my guy.
Yeah, could have done pretty well on the Chargers if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Damn shame, but hey, Bears just made a field goal.
Oh my God! Hey, Tulane kicker right there. Tulane kicker.
Cairo Santos.
Tulane.
Tulane 17 at Kansas State on the road, beating them by 7. How were you guys able to get that game done? Kansas State off to an early lead. Not Kansas State. Tulane off to an early lead. Never looked back from there. Deuce Vaughn, who? Best running back in college football? Yeah. Shut up. My rankings were right. All right. Bijan and Trevion are better. Trevion's not really showing it this year, but okay. Deuce Vaughn had like 30 touches for 100 yards. That's not good.
20 touches for 87 yards.
No. I counted it up. He had like 30 touches with catches.
With catches. Yeah. His run log.
His total yards was like 110 or something, but on like 30 touches, that's not good.
Yeah. So here's
good.
the deal. Here's the deal. First and foremost, we ended Deuce Vaughn's 9-game touchdown streak.
Wave.
First time in 20 years that Tulane has started off 3-0. The last time we did that was 1998. That was the season we went undefeated.
So what are you insinuating, Everett? Undefeated season?
Stating facts.
Oh,
I'm not.
So I'll state it. Tulane is running this shit this year, and they're going undefeated. Everett didn't say it. I said it. Okay, mark my words.
So when
Tulane
we lose every game the rest of the season, I blame you.
So you got no faith in the team?
Oh no, I have absolute faith. But if God forbid that happens, it is your fault.
Everett, I'm red hot when it comes to picks. I'm better than you when it came to the NFL picks. We have to tally up the results. I have not tallied up my results yet.
I have not yet
for the results
for
Monday.
Thursday.
We're going over that in the next episode. We'll see all the results, but checking a little bit.
Yeah. So first time Tulane has gone 3-0 since 1998. It was our first Power 5 victory since 2010. The first under our current head coach, Willie Fritz. Also, Pratt set a new career high for rushing yards in the game at 87.
for quarterbacks?
For him, for his career high.
Wow.
So here's the big thing also. Through 3 games this season, including versus K-State, Big 12 team, we have not let up more than 10 points in a game. We had we let up 10 points versus UMass, 0 points versus Alcorn State, and 10 points versus K-State. 10 points, that's K-State scored the same amount of points against Tulane as UMass did. Just a little interesting tidbit. But no, it was definitely a very hectic game. It was interesting because there was a lot of times where they had the ball and it was 3rd 1, 3rd 2, 4th 1, 4th 2, and they consistently went for it. And our defense did a phenomenal job in stopping them. Like, we managed to stop their run. And I don't who's their quarterback. Adrian Martinez is
Adrian Martinez, former Nebraska legend.
Yeah. Clearly the Nebraska is still well and alive within him because not doing too hot this year. Not doing too hot this year. Continuing the tradition that Nebraska lives on within him. I think he threw for 150. Honestly, it wasn't passing terribly considering the average was 93.9 passing yards before this game for him. So not bad. But the big thing is we did a phenomenal job stopping Deuce Vaughn, stopping the run game. So ESPN, by the way, said that K-State, their matchup versus us, was supposed to be a tune-up game. They called it a tune-up game for them to play Oklahoma next.
Disrespectful.
76% chance that K-State won that game.
Now Oklahoma's going to run through that team.
Shout out Jeffrey, by the way, on Oklahoma Tulane transfer. He's going to continue what we started.
Hopefully he does. Damn right he does. But what else you got in that game?
Just absolute disrespect from ESPN. Even I from what I've heard, I haven't listened to the game. Obviously, I was there, so I haven't had much reason to I haven't rewatched it. Plus my ESPN Plus subscription is currently suspended.
ESPN Plus sucks. I actually didn't get to watch the Tulane game.
I noticed that when you didn't text me at halftime.
Didn't get to watch.
But
I was following along though.
I mean, what I was told was the announcers on the broadcast itself were kind of downplaying Tulane, kind of dumping on Tulane.
I would assume they were.
And they were hyping up K-State, and then by the end they were
another 1 yard gain by Deuce Vaughn. What an electric run.
They were by the end of the game though, they were I told you Tulane was gonna win. Didn't I call it at the start? No, what?
Yeah, probably we're not saying that. Yeah, but great lane. Great
absolute disrespect by the media towards us. Gonna run with that chip on our shoulder.
Great game. Great win for the Wave. Okay. Ohio State beats Toledo 77-21. I got some fun facts for this Ohio State game. So at the end of the half, CJ Stroud had twice as many touchdown passes as incompletions. And also in the first half, Ohio State ran 42 plays, had 441 yards, and they scored 42 points.
Oh, you guys scored 70 points, correct? It was
77.
77.
11 touchdowns.
A
lot of points.
When I checked it out, it says 70, so you guys got an extra one in there somewhere.
77-21. A walk-on running back scored a 50-yard touchdown at the end of the game.
So they pulled CJ Stroud out, right?
They pulled him with like 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and then the backup threw 2 touchdowns.
Oh, okay. All right. Did Miller get in the game
for
USC?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
That's USC's loss.
But yeah, Ohio State in the first half, they averaged 10.5 yards per play, averaged 15 yards per pass, and they averaged 6.5 yards per run. So great day for the offense. Great tune-up game going into Wisconsin next week. Notre Dame doesn't count. First kind of test of the year. I guess if Ohio State. No matter how they beat Wisconsin, they'll get 0 credit.
We forgot one thing once you're done with this Ohio State segment.
That's all I had, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Tulane, 3-0. 3-0 to start the year. One of the only non-Power 5 teams to remain.
They're one of 3 non-Power 5 teams to be 3-0 this season.
So,
our Coastal and one other team.
It's Coast and like JMU, I think what it was.
Oh yeah, it is James Madison.
JMU, right?
But yeah, great start for the Wave. Roll Wave. That's definitely not their sign, but Roll Wave.
Roll Wave.
Roll Wave. Great shit by the Wave. Good win by Oregon. Way to rep the Pac-12. Not giving you guys anything else than that. Penn State thrashes Auburn on the road. I was very impressed by Penn State. Didn't think Sean Clifford would do that. But it'll be great when Ohio State shits on you guys later in October. Sparty, 11 seed, gets pooped on by Washington on the road. Very shocked to see that. But hey, I guess Ohio State gets another free win this year. Sweet. And then A&M beats Miami at home in like one of the most boring football games ever, 17-9. The first game for A&M, I thought it was going to be fireworks. They moved down the field easy. Looked like it was going to be a fun game. And then, nope, never mind. Boring game. Clicked off of it very soon. Let's get into the NFL, Everett.
Also, real quick, USF choking their possible win over Florida.
It was more so pathetic that Florida even got it to that point. Like that's more so the story, that like how the hell was it even that close? But we're gonna go in chronological order, so I'm gonna get to start off with my game here. Okay. Chargers at Chiefs. Chargers 24, Chiefs 27.
Justin Herbert.
At the end of the first half, the only thing I could think of in my head was like, wow, that's like an amazing first half for this team. Like, holy shit. Like, this is about to be an easy cruise, like not cruise by. I learned in the Raiders game last week, there are no easy guaranteed games in the NFL. And obviously I learned that because we fucking lost. But at halftime, I was thinking to myself, okay, this is what we wanted. Let's keep our foot on the gas and let's pound it and finish it like we didn't do last week. And then I found out at halftime, starting center Corey Linsley, ex-Buckeye, Ohio State, my guy, was out for the rest of the game. And the second he went out, I was texting my Chargers friends, and immediately I told them all, we're not going to score another point for the rest of the half with a new center in. With your best lineman being your center and him being out for the second half, they're not going to score another point for the rest of the game. And I was saying that, and surprisingly, they scored again. But the offense was so bad in the second half, and we saw that. They got bailed out by big balls Justin Herbert. But yeah, Corey Linsley's starting center goes out, and then right tackle Trey Pipkins goes out. And when they went out, I was like, this is officially done. Like, the offense is officially done. And Keenan was out for that game too, going into it. If the linemen weren't hurt, Keenan being out's fine. But with the linemen out and Keenan out, it's like if the linemen were out and Keenan was in, at least they'd have some safe little underneath routes to hit and get quick yards, but they didn't have that without Keenan. So it was done. The offense was absolutely, like, it was scrapped the second the O-line got hurt, and I knew that. So they were up 17-14 in the second half, and I was like, they're winning this game 17-14 or they're losing. Like that. Like, those are the only options. Like,
I mean, look,
and they're probably not shutting out Mahomes in the second half, so they probably lose.
To be fair, though, the refs kind of did bail the Chiefs out a couple of times. Like,
so I'll be honest. I saw with my own eyes, NFL rigged. I saw with my own eyes. Mahomes gets everything. The Chiefs will get every call. When it's a primetime game, whichever team is losing will get every call. That's how it works. They want to keep the viewers watching. And I learned that. And Mahomes threw 4 picks. That all got called back in the game. Four fucking intercept. He had 4 picks, Everett, that got called back.
No,
but I'm going to be honest, regardless of those picks, the Chargers still had so many opportunities to win that game that I don't give a shit. The refs didn't win the Chiefs that game. The Chargers lost that game. The Chargers
no matter how
that
hard,
game to the Chiefs.
No matter how
and
much
injuries also really fucked them, and I'm not that mad about that game.
No matter how much Justin Herbert tried to put the team on his back,
I'll be honest, Everett, if you were telling me that the Chargers on the road would lose this game by 3 points without Keenan Allen, without their starting center or right tackle for the whole second half, and Justin Herbert breaks his ribs in the third quarter, I would have said there's no fucking way. And they only lost by 3 points. So there's no such thing as a morale victory in the NFL, but this could be way worse. This could be way worse.
So here's also the funny thing.
Could be way worse.
The team doctor that punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung and is also currently being sued.
Team doctor.
It is also currently being sued by Tyrod Taylor. Is currently treating Justin Herbert for his ribs.
Now, the thing is, this guy is actually just a stan of Justin Herbert, and he just purposely did this so Herbert would start as a rookie. So I'm not concerned about Herbert's health. For this dude, legally, I am concerned. Tyrod's winning the fucking case. Like, he fucking stabbed him in the lung, so Justin would start. Like, but
okay, the team will pay him off.
Like, literally, like, that guy's fucked. But for Justin's career and for the San Diego, sorry, I'm just thinking about the past. For the Los Angeles, it's weird to say that, the Los Angeles Chargers, that was maybe the greatest lung puncture in the history of our franchise.
San Francisco just tied it up versus the Dodgers.
That's okay. We already got 100 wins. Don't think we're going to cover that much, but already had 100 wins, and it was September 17th when they got that.
Yeah, first team. But no, I mean, like, I give
a great start. Cash that. They cashed their betting over win total at the year to start the season. It was 97.5. They cashed that. So Dodgers, it is September 18th, and they already cashed their win total.
Yeah, no, but for the Chargers, I mean, like, props to everybody, especially Justin Jefferson. Even though it's a loss, like, dude clearly was in a lot of pain and still played through it and still was able to actually, like, throw it through. I think that Brandon Staley's play calling is horrendous. Like, that needs to get fixed. Actually, I don't know who's their OC, Lombardi, right? That's their new OC. I know he's new and it's his first time.
Joe Lombardi. No, I think he was there last year too, but he's relatively.
There are some things that need to get.
I don't like him.
No,
I didn't know who the O coordinator was going into the season, but in the first game, for that Raiders second half, I found out who the O coordinator was pretty quickly when I was seeing what was being called.
See, I feel like the Chargers have a tendency.
I'm such a Chargers fan. Literally don't know the D coordinator's name. No fucking clue.
The Chargers have a tendency to play very well in the first half and very poorly.
Great first half team. Like first half Chargers spread is kind of a lock every week. They always have the lead at the end, and it's always choking. Like it's never coming back in the end of games.
Yeah, and that's the it's good that Justin Herbert is very good on third down.
No, but I think it's bad because they have horrible play calling.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's good. It's good that Justin Herbert
it's like fullback dive on 3rd and long. Like, okay, so we're not trying.
But this is what I'm saying. It's good that Justin Herbert as a player himself is good enough to be able to convert on 3rd and long and 4th and long. Like, it's just very, very good at that because the play calling is so astronomically poor.
It is. It was very.
Also, by the way, the whole reason. I mean, aside of everything, one of the factors that added into the Chiefs winning is because Herbert threw that pick 6 on the goal line, and it only was a pick 6 because Gerald Everett just kind of stood there. And
no. I'm gonna defend Gerald Everett on that play. Okay, that was not Gerald
Everett's fault. I know
Everett's
that he
fault.
was tired.
No. If anything, that was okay. First things first, it was the coach's fault for going hurry up right there. But number 2, Justin Herbert should have never even looked at Gerald Everett on that. He should have never even thought he was an option on that play. Going into that last play, he had just made a 9-yard catch and then like a 30-yard seam route catch. Okay. Dude was gassed. And after he made the long catch, you see him tapping out, looking to the sidelines. And I don't know who the sideline coach is telling him to hurry up because Lombardi's in the box. But whoever the sideline coach is telling him, no, stay on. We're going, hurry up. You can literally see, I mean, Everett's wearing a dark visor, but you can see in his body language, like, I am not good to run this route. But he's like, fuck it, we're going out there. And he's running this route. It's like a little hitch route. And when he's running it, you see him get like bumped a little bit on when the pass got picked off. And you see him not even give a fuck about running after the ball carrier. He just instantly went down and picked up his mouth guard that just fell on the ground. That was the only concern in his mind because he knew he had zero chance catching his ass.
He was not violent.
And I was just like Gerald Everett was the last person at fault for that play. He should have never even been targeted. Mike Williams should be getting that ball on a 1st and goal if you're going hurry up. If anyone is getting the ball right there, it's Mike fucking Williams. But screw it. I guess not. I guess we're throwing to Everett. I guess we're throwing to you.
Yeah, you know me. I try very hard.
Like, I'm going to defend Everett there. Like, I'm going to defend him for that because that was not his. Like, he should have never even been targeted.
No, he shouldn't have been targeted, but you can at least put, if you're going to be in the NFL.
No, I'm saying, like, he wasn't open.
No, like, I know that, but I'm saying
like his if he gave full effort there, it wouldn't have mattered. Like he was not making that play no matter what. Like, I don't care about how everyone is bagging on him saying, oh, you give zero effort in that. No, like, dude, why are you throwing in the ball? Like, okay. Well, if Calvin Johnson was getting targeted right there and it was a horrible pass and Calvin Johnson sits there, throws his arms up and goes, what the fuck? No one's even thinking twice about calling him out. It's immediately on the quarterback. But in this case, we're calling out Everett. And like, that's where I was like, okay, it was not his fault. I'm way more pissed at Herbert. And I hope the Chargers coaches are way more on Herbert's ass than Everett's ass for that play. I hope they are. I hope they are.
They're really on my
ass. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how NFL locker rooms work because I think they always just take the quarterback side. But like, that was Herbert's shot. Like, Herbert made many mistakes in the second half. And when I was texting my bolt up friends, they were all telling me that was the worst Herbert game they've seen in their lives. And I was
also, like, Herbert playing on like
so bad. He looked really bad in that.
Herbert playing on like half a lung and 3 ribs, is kind of problematic.
So, okay, we'll get into that. I'm going to be honest. When I saw that first hit, when he got hurt right away, my first thought, I saw my whole Chargers fandom flash before my eyes, Everett. Okay. Actually, I want to pull up the tweet. I'm going to pull up the tweet that I tweeted out when I thought he was out for the season. Like, literally, I thought he was out for the season when I saw it. This is what I said, Everett. Okay. This is, damn, I tweeted a lot. Okay. No, 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 no. That's what I tweeted out when I thought Herbert was out. And then immediately after I tweeted, well, season's over. And then he came back in like 5 seconds later. But still, he's banged up.
You told me you didn't want Chase Daniel.
I guess he's playing next week against the fierce Jacksonville Jaguars. But I guess he's playing in a week.
He might not play.
Chase I think sit him. Like, dude, but I'll be honest, we're getting Jacksonville and they just shut out the Colts. And I'm gonna be honest, they suck. They do suck. We're gonna get into that also. They do suck.
Like also the Jaguars.
I was very impressed with
Jaguars ended last season by knocking the Colts out of the playoffs.
James Robinson might be the only player in NFL history to come back from an Achilles injury and be good. Like, he might be the only guy.
Adrian Peterson did that.
ACL, not Achilles.
I thought he did both. I thought it was.
If he tore his Achilles, that was like when he joined the Cardinals and shit, and he was washed at that point.
No. I thought that when he tore his ACL, he also tore his Achilles, but I might be thinking of a different player.
No way. Those are completely different. If he did that, that would have been the most heinous. No, there is no Achilles injury.
I'm gonna look it up right now and see.
I just did.
Cam Akers.
You can.
Cam Akers did.
And Akers was not looking great today and got the doghouse last week, Everett. And he didn't look good at the end of last season, even though the Rams won. Akers wasn't the reason they won. But anyway, moving on from Chiefs Chargers. What can I say? I'll be honest. That for what happened in that game, better. I'll take it. I think the Chargers have a really good start of the season, at least for the first 2 weeks. They have a really, really hard back half of the season, Everett. Like, you got to look at the Chargers' schedule this year. It is
Navarro Bowman came back from a torn Achilles.
No, we didn't.
Yes, he did. I'm staring at it right now.
And if he did, he wasn't good afterwards.
Bowman even came back from a torn Achilles, finishing his career as a Raider.
That he wasn't good.
He was a starter.
Everett, do you get what I mean?
I was just reading for their Achilles.
Okay, but I was talking more so skill guys also, but also Navarro Bowman was not post Niners injury was not the same.
Post Niners, yeah, but he was gross on the Niners.
Okay, but I remember when he tore his ACL on the Niners. I literally remember watching that. That was so long ago. Like, Patrick Willis was still on the Niners when he tore his ACL.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true.
Like, that's how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. But okay, let's get into some NFL ever. I want to get you talking a little bit here. Okay. And okay, we're going to get into a good talking point because I think you're going to be strongly against what I think. Buccaneers at Saints. Bucs beat the Saints 20-10, but I don't give a shit about the game. There's only 2 players in this game I care about. Mike Evans versus Marshon Lattimore. Tell me what you think, Everett. Whose side are you on? And I guarantee it's not Lattimore, but tell me what you think.
Well, one, we all know that I do not like the Saints. I'm a Vikings fan. I do not catch much details of this game thanks to DirecTV streaming being absolute dog shit and their stream not being fucking up because I have Sunday Ticket, so I didn't get to watch it. But from what I heard from my sources,
did I get Sunday Ticket?
No.
I just watch
absolutely
streams and shit. I didn't
absolutely get not. Do not buy. I have Sunday Ticket. It goes down like every single week. It is absolutely terrible. Anyways, no. So from what I heard is Marshon Lattimore was like kind of like obviously shit talking with Mike Evans, like as they do, right? But apparently he also shit talked to Tom Brady about Giselle, from what I some sources that I heard.
Oh my God. Save Tom Brady. Mike Evans, come in and save him.
Come and save him.
He talked crap about his wife.
That also is mad at him.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Mike Evans, you baby bitch.
But also, did you see that like Bruce Arians kind of like egged him on? Did you see that Bruce Arians kind of egged him on? And then
Yeah,
Mike
he was telling him like, go in, help him, Mike. Okay,
get him.
all right. Mike Evans, you fucking piece of shit. Lattimore's your fucking dad, and you know it. Okay, you little baby bitch. Lattimore's going up to Tom talking shit. Keep in mind that I love Tom Brady, by the way. Tom Brady is a massive shit talker. Well, he is a massive shit talker. Okay, and so obviously, Tom Brady right now, when it comes to media and Giselle, this is like the biggest offseason news ever. Of course, that's the shit talk chirp you're going to bring up to Brady right now. Obviously, what else there's nothing else that could get him really pissed off than talking about Giselle. What else could get him mad right now? Nothing.
Not really anything.
Only that. So obviously they have to say that. So of course, my boy Lattimore, rep OSU baby OH, coming up in his fucking grill, telling him all that shit talk, and Mike Evans comes over here. Oh, you can't say that to Tom. You can't say that to him. You can't bully Tom. Right, Everett?
Well, someone threw a punch. Someone threw a punch at Lattimore.
Mike Evans was the first person.
No, it was Lenny.
No,
Lenny.
It was Lenny, and then Mike Evans decked Lattimore off of his feet.
And yet Lenny was still able to play.
Oh yeah, for him trash talking Tom Brady, and then afterwards Mike Evans goes, "It's Tom Brady. What do you want me to do?" I think Tom Brady, a 45-year-old man, is man enough to take a little trash talk from a fucking 26-year-old Ohio State DB who apparently, from the media, Ohio State DBs are all fucking uneducated, fucking stupid pieces of shit. So how could they get under your skin? If a stupid Ohio State player gets under your skin, you must be pretty soft. I love that's Ohio State on Michigan crime. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Eat that shit. Eat that. Even though they won.
You just
I did bet on the Bucs today, but we're gonna cut that out because we don't condone betting. But
I thought you also said you love Tom though.
I do love Tom, but fuck him, because the people backing him up are like coming after Lattimore, and they're gonna like bring up Ohio State shit, which has nothing to do with Lattimore getting under Brady's skin and trash talking. What does that have anything to do with him being from Ohio State? Nothing. Trash talking is a part of the game.
No, it literally does make or break some games.
Especially if you're a corner, trash talking is literally a part of your game.
You get
into literally a part of the game.
You get a receiver's head, or you get into the corner's head. That's literally what they do.
It matters. And corners, you need to be
did you see
confident.
The picture from last week between Jamar Chase and Minkah Fitzpatrick?
Well, they should talk a lot.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'll be honest. Well, I mean, we'll get into the Bengals later.
Also, little fantasy game update right now. You're currently leading me by 8 points. However, I have Kirk Cousins and Greg Joseph left, and you have Justin Jefferson. It's going to be an interesting evening.
It's going to be so this is how I thought about that game, Everett. So if Justin Jefferson scores a touchdown, okay,
I get points and you get points.
I have a +1 point differential, 6 points for a touchdown, 4 for a Kirk passing, 1 for an extra point. So I get a +1 differential. So the passing touchdowns isn't going to matter in this game. The passing yards and catching, though, that's where there can be a massive difference in this game if Kirk doesn't spread it around like he didn't last week. So last week, Jay Jettis was getting force-fed like the boy I know he is. And you said MVP last week.
MVP.
And I think it'll happen again this week.
MVP. But also, I have our kicker.
No, that's why I'm saying the touchdowns are negated. That's what I'm saying.
But it depends on the field goals too, though. Like if we start kicking field goals.
No. I know. I'm saying, but if like rushing touchdowns, that's just +1 for you. A passing touchdown, not to Jay Jettas, that's +5 to you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you.
There's
It's
a lot
gonna
of
be
things to think about.
an interesting evening.
I'm also super excited for that game. Vikings, Eagles in Philly, Monday Night Football. Probably going to be definitely going to be Joe Buck and Aikman if the Eagles are playing.
Unfortunately. Oh no, we got the Peyton broadcast, the Peyton Manning broadcast.
Don't tell me you're going to watch that.
No, I'm not. Absolutely.
I can't watch those because I need the game to take up the full screen. Like I need to be.
If I'm like really bored, if I'm like really bored,
I gotta be very bored to watch.
Then I'll watch that.
I think I watched it for at least 25% of Monday Night Football last year.
I'm not saying that it's like I'm not saying it's bad. Like I actually enjoy it.
No, I like it.
Also enjoy just watching the game. Like I just want to watch the game.
Craig Kimbrell is coming in the bottom of the ninth for the Dodgers in a 9-9 game.
He's got to change
2-2 game, bottom of the ninth. It's not a safe
situation. Unfortunately, Craig Kimbrell's got to change his walkout song again, though, because apparently "Let It Go" actually started making him let it go, and the other team started scoring again.
I like that. That was clever, Everett. Okay, moving on from that game, though.
I have a little fun fact, by the way. If I can share it, and we can transition into this team and their game.
Okay, let's do that then. I got 2 games that we definitely got to go over though.
Last week
is at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. Sorry.
Matt Ryan surpassed 60,000 career passing yards, and that football went to Canton. Guess what the number on the football was? Like the football has like a number value attached to it. Guess what the number on the ball was?
28-3, 283.
283. 28-3. The exact ball that he used to throw for his 60,000th passing yard was ball 283.
You gotta love that. He just can't get away from 28-3. Speaking of 28-3. Falcons, Rams. Falcons were losing to the Rams 28-3 today. And I'm going to be honest for a second. I thought they might have came back down 28-3. If there's one thing I've learned today, though, Everett, Falcons over is the biggest lock in the NFL.
If there's one thing that I learned
every week.
You want to know You want to know the one thing I learned today? Arthur Smith has no idea what the fuck he's doing with the offense.
And he also doesn't have a chin. There's also that to keep in mind.
But I don't know if
about that, Everett.
I don't know if Arthur Smith calls the plays for Atlanta or if there's the OC does it.
I don't know.
Whoever is calling
Drake London is kind of getting released a little bit, but it's just like
here's
Kyle Pitts is like a dummy.
Let me.
And Ramsey was on Pitts today, though. I'll be honest.
A lot of people are complaining. A lot of people are complaining about the fact that they think that Kyle Pitts is actually being used properly or whatever, and people shouldn't be complaining about his usage rates. Like, it's not fantasy. Like, they're just trying to win, yada, yada, yada. Like, that's what Arthur Smith said. If the best player on your team, specifically on offense, is not being utilized in the passing game, is being used as a dummy, then you're not utilizing your offense properly. You can be doing it better. Like, look what the Raiders have done with their
Everett.
Like, obviously this year,
justice for Kyle.
Obviously this year, Darren Waller's not
fantasy team, please.
No, please do. Obviously Darren Waller's not the number one option this year because Devontae Adams is there. But look at the past 3 years. Look at what they've done. They don't just use him as a dummy. Yeah, they use him on some plays as a dummy, but he's still one of the primary, if not the primary, receiving option. And look what that does not only for their offense, but also for his numbers, for his value. And in general, like, I'm not saying target Kyle Pitts 12 times a game, but I'm saying at least give him 8, 9.
I'm saying target him.
He will get vertical. Like, obviously with Drake London, if you could utilize both Drake London and Kyle Pitts in the same way, and you can get them vertical, and Kyle Pitts is 6'6". You know what the average height of a linebacker is in the NFL is 6'2". He's 4 inches taller than the average linebacker, 5 inches taller than the average corner.
But he like, I'm gonna be honest, from what I saw from Kyle Pitts, he ain't sticky with any of his routes. Like the thing.
No,
like,
he's not sticky. He's a tight end. He's not meant to be sticky. You're a tight
Kelsey
end.
is.
Kelsey's also. I mean, Kelsey's his own thing.
People are saying Kyle, like if we want
Kyle
Kyle Pitts to be in that echelon of a TN,
but also
one,
if you want
one, I don't think he is physically insane, like how fast he is.
But here's the thing:
I don't think he's that strong because he can't block. Clearly, he's not that.
Well, no,
strong.
he's. I
For
mean,
a receiver, very.
But
strong.
here's the thing: Arthur Smith is using him in a blocking role, which makes zero sense.
No,
but if
he is being utilized wrong. I do still agree
if you want him to be like a Travis Kelce, if you want him to have the stickiness, to have the ability to cut those routes,
I just don't think. No, I'm saying right now the way he's being used, he's not. So he doesn't even get put in an opportunity to shine. No, but like show anything. Also, I'm agreeing with you here. I know. We're arguing. I'm actually on your side. I'm just they're not utilizing his skill set. Like he's not very sticky. And it's very hard to be a Travis Kelce out there. And I'm saying, like, you got to send him on fucking scene.
I'm saying
running straight.
Him and Travis Kelce
doesn't have the quarterback though. Fuck Everett. God damn it, dude. We should have thought about that. Mariota sucks, Everett. Why did we think this would be a good idea?
Because there's no one else for him to throw to.
But London, I'll be honest, I was sleeping on London. But damn, bro, London's been.
But here's the deal.
Fuck out
of
me.
For Kyle Pitts though, he's never going to be the same player that Travis Kelce is. Like that's just not going to happen.
No, but I wasn't saying that.
But no, I know. I'm just saying my own. I'm saying my own thing right now.
To those expectations, I'm like, dude.
No, I know, but I'm saying my own.
I'm not saying you were, but I'm saying.
No, I know, but I'm saying my own thing right now. He's never going to be that same player that Travis Kelce is. But if you want him to get better at route running, if you want him to get better at contested catches, not just be a vertical threat at tight end, you have to give him the targets during the game. You have to give him game time practice. If you're not letting him do that in the game, he's never going to be able to get better at that.
And it's also like let's say it's 1st and 10, all right? On 1st and 10 in the NFL, my thought is a lot of teams, you just want to get the ball to your best player and see what they can do on 1st down. And he's their best player, and they don't give him the ball ever.
No.
Like it's not even like 3rd down. Like a lot of teams, maybe it's 3rd down. We go to our best player.
Like a lot of
is 3rd down.
We go teams have their tight end as a security blanket, and for whatever reason, not only Marcus Mariota but also Arthur Smith just refused to use Kyle Pitts in that manner. Like
refused to use, yeah.
And like also like I've seen like even today I was watching a bit of the game because like they had it on Red Zone. He'd be wide open over the middle, and Mariota would not even make the read in that direction.
Mariota's just also like really like it's a damn it's a fucking shame Lance got hurt today because like Garoppolo on the Falcons would have
been nice. But also, I think that they should start Desmond Ridder, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're gonna entertain that idea. I think we're gonna be entertaining that idea pretty soon here. Because what is the difference?
Like
you might as well get him some PT.
You either are gonna tank further and you're gonna get a better pick, or
let's say you want to tank. Put in Desmond Ridder if you want to tank.
But also
the better choice.
But also like here's the thing.
And long term, still the better choice.
What's like what do you have to lose if you're the Falcons? In this situation, if you put Desmond Ridder in, it's a win-win for you. Either he starts winning and you realize that you actually have one of the potential like superstar quarterbacks in the NFL for the future, or he doesn't do well, you get a top pick and you get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud next year. Like it's a win-win.
That's what I'm saying. And I will be honest, like if you get one of those two guys, like I think those guys in the right situation have an opportunity to turn your maybe not CJ. I'll be honest, CJ has to prove to me a little bit soon still, but. Maybe not even Bryce either. Shit, maybe these quarterbacks aren't it. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they are. As of last week, CJ. I'll be honest. CJ actually really impressed me last week. He ran the ball, Everett. He scrambled twice. They ran a read option for him, and he fucking tucked it and ran. I was really impressed.
Security.
I was actually really impressed. He didn't fumble. No picks.
This episode's entitled "The Cops Are After."
Yeah, call this one the security episode. But yeah, CGI was
dude.
very
It's the T-Wolves all over again. The T-Wolves.
Okay. Let's get into another game. Speaking of a felony, let's get into the Jets. Zach Wilson and their team. Jets 31 at Browns 30. Zach Wilson committing some infidelity with the MILF that he banged. Fucking absurd game, Everett. Crazy
Garrett
ass game.
Wilson.
Jets Browns.
Garrett Wilson.
My baby.
Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson.
So
Garrett
you
Wilson.
have Garrett in fantasy, but he was on the bench. But real quick, I've had the pleasure of watching Garrett throughout his college career. And I'm just going to come out and say it right now. In college, Garrett Wilson is the best receiver I've ever seen put on the Scarlet and Gray.
Really?
The best receiver I've ever seen at Ohio State put on the jersey.
That says a lot.
When he was a true freshman, I will never forget. Against Clemson, he's down the sidelines. It's 2019. They lost that game, but he's running down the sidelines. It's like the second play of the game. He mosses fucking who's the dude who transferred to Georgia on their team? I forget his name. Some bum ass corner transferred to Georgia. He won the
I would be able
ILS.
to help you with that.
But he mosses this dude, right? 5-star. Everyone knows who he is. God damn it, I'm blanking. I'm in NFL mode. But he mosses this dude, throws up the first down, and the very next play, Ohio State goes hurry up, and they run, score a touchdown. But the refs call it back. They wanted to review the play and say that Garrett, to see if he caught it. They said that he didn't catch it, and Ohio State scored like a 40-yard rushing touchdown the next play. They want to review it to see if Ohio State caught. They said he did catch it. Then Ohio State gets on the 10 and they don't score a touchdown. Like, go figure. Like, very Ohio State. Like, if Garrett didn't catch that, which he did, but if the call on the field stood, Ohio State would have had a touchdown, which they didn't get.
Yeah, so
like that's how football works.
That's
how it works.
Garrett Wilson had, I believe, 9 receptions this game, including the game winner, and
I think he had 8 catches, 100 yards, 2 tubbies.
He got the game-winning touchdown and also the touchdown to
earlier in the game
tie, like bring the game close. I think that was the deal. I foresee Garrett Wilson, after especially today, gaining all of the kind of like, not necessarily familiarity, but like the trust from the staff and Joe Flacco. Obviously, when Zach Wilson comes back, the whole team's fucked, but that's a different story.
We're about to get into my take, but yeah.
Which, by the way, I think that they should just start Joe Flacco the entire year.
Dude, tell me I was right about my take, though. Joe Flacco was the best thing to happen to Garrett Wilson's career. The best thing to happen to his career.
I honestly think the best thing for the team is to not start Zach Wilson. I would not start him the rest of the year. You're already almost
Garrett, 8 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns.
But here's the thing. I think that
that's my
after
boy.
today, especially after getting the trust to get the game-winning touchdown, I foresee Garrett Wilson getting a lot more of the load share, and I foresee him getting a lot.
Dodgers score. Extra innings, Dodgers score. Craig Kimbrell didn't give up a run, Everett.
Yes.
Keep going, though. No, he's out. He's done. He didn't give up a run.
Perfect. But no, I think that
perfect. You just did perfect. Perfect. Do you know that? You know what that is, right?
Yeah. But I think that Garrett Wilson is going to become not only the bona fide one for the New York Jets, but I also think, especially in fantasy, he's going to become a very solidified, trustworthy.
My God, Craig Kimbrell did give up a hit.
Maybe he really just let it go.
No base runners. But go on. What is your thought about Garrett?
You're about to cry.
What is your thought about Garrett?
In my opinion, over Craig.
Like in my opinion, Garrett, like Elijah Moore is fucking ass. Like obviously Garrett's better than Elijah bum-ass Moore.
So
what are we talking about?
It's
Garrett is so good.
They're starting 3 receivers.
And he
Corey Davis,
slots, so
Elijah Moore, and Garrett Wilson.
Damn, it works so well.
It's Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and Corey Davis.
No. It's Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore.
No. I know. I'm just listening. I'm listing their.
No. Garrett goes first.
But I think right
Garrett's
now,
the best player, the best offensive player on that.
Oh yes, but
he's better than Breece Hall. He's better than Michael Carter. Dude, Garrett's the best fucking player on that team. offense, the whole fucking team. Whole fucking team, Garrett's the best player. Yes. Defense, offense. Who's the best player on the team? Who's better than Garrett? Who?
Joe motherfucking Flacco.
Mekhi Becton. Quinn and Williams. No. Garrett
Joe
fucking
motherfucking
Wilson.
Flacco.
And they got Garrett. Like, I'll be honest, it's massive.
But no, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Like right now, or at least before today, Corey Davis was the one receiver on the team. I don't know what the fuck Elijah Moore was.
I'd say it was Elijah Moore.
No, it was not.
I'd say it was more so Elijah Moore than Corey.
I don't know, but Elijah Moore, so far this year, has not been great. Or at least he has not been targeted.
I'm not a believer in Elijah.
But here's the deal. Elijah Moore is a very big slot receiver. Elijah Moore is a big slot receiver.
Garrett's slot.
Garrett's gonna take slot.
Garrett.
But I think Garrett. So when I was listening to the broadcast,
Garrett played slot at Ohio State, and then they moved him last.
When I was listening to the broadcast,
slot. So
when I was listening to the broadcast, they said that Garrett basically he's been playing all three.
Garrett played X last year, and he played slot 2020.
Yeah, but they've been saying he's been playing all three for the Jets. Either way, no matter what, I believe that Garrett Wilson
went to Ohio State. So
no matter what, I believe that Garrett Wilson will be the bona fide one going forward for the Jets. And on top of that, I
do agree with that. I'll be honest.
I think that he could be. I can't say the best wide receiver in the AFC East because Tyreek Hill is in that division.
Definitely not.
Stephon Diggs is.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not.
But I do think. I mean, I'm never going to say that.
Close.
Not remotely close.
Holy shit. For a second, I was like, wait, maybe. And I was like, whoa, he's not in the top five. Actually,
he is
top five.
He is the best wide receiver in New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. Everett. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I actually love that. Say that again, but make it a little more crispy. Say Garrett Wilson is the best. Say it.
Garrett Wilson is the best wide receiver in the entire state of New York.
Perfect. I could not agree with that anymore. Garrett Wilson, today I saw my baby boy blossom into a star, and I couldn't be more happy. I thought, I'll be honest, we all saw my draft reaction video with him and JMO. Obviously, JMO hasn't played yet. He's still hurt, but I thought Garrett's career was over.
Also, by the way, while we're talking about JMO, because you just transitioned, we can talk about the Lions real quick.
Yeah.
They just won. But with JMO, when JMO comes back, I think people before the season were thinking that he was going to be the number one. I don't think that there's a world where
I don't think anyone was thinking it's going to be the number one.
Really?
He's a Z receiver.
I meant by like number one, I just meant like best receiver on the team. That's what
he plays Z. Like he's the deep threat fucking gadget guy. Like he doesn't do
Tyreek.
Well, let's not compare JMO to Tyreek yet. Let's not do that.
Here's the deal. I don't think that there's a single world where
like JMO's my favorite player to ever put on the Scarlet.
I don't think that there's a single world where Jamison Williams becomes a better wide receiver than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
So okay, let's go over Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
today, 36-27. I'll be honest, the commies kind of came back and made it way closer than it should have been. But I got some fun facts about Amon-Ra. So over his last 8 games, Amon-Ra has 68 catches, 740 yards, 8 touchdowns. He is averaging 8.5 catches, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown per game over that stretch. So Amon-Ra is obviously the bona fide number one receiver on that team. Jared Goff clearly trusts him the most, way more than TJ Hawkinson. Or any other receiver on that team, like Chark, or when JMO comes back, he's going to be throwing to Amon-Ra the most. And also, I just want to say, like, DeAndre Swift literally gashes off at least one 40-plus yard play per game. And that's the type of explosive, like, fantasy threat you're looking for. And right now, the only players that are showing that is Swift, Kupp. Hopefully Jay Jettas will do that again. Hopefully I beat you in a fantasy again and he does that again. And other than that, like McCaffrey showed it this way, like Swift had back-to-back games. Saquon didn't show it today.
Okay, real quick, before we get too far off of Amon-Ra, I want to say one thing. Look, Amon-Ra is a phenomenal wide receiver. He's going to be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL for the foreseeable future. And I think that that's solidified. I mean, the dude's fucking name is Amon-Ra, which means sun god. Like, how could you not be fucking good? So,
USC guy too.
USC guy, phenomenal at USC. Although they had Drake London, Amon-Ra, and they have Juju at the same
Michael
time.
Pittman.
That's who it was.
Pretty good receiving core, if you ask me. That was Keaton's freshman year.
And they sucked.
They were good freshman year for Keaton.
Were they good year?
Yeah, they were like 8.
They were okay. They were okay.
7-5.
NFL wide receivers. They were okay with 3 NFL wide receivers. All right.
Well, the rest of the team was ass.
Yeah, well.
Only having, 3 NFL wide receivers and going 8-4 in Pac-12s. Okay, it's not impressive.
But anyway,
go on.
I've seen several Lions. Right. I've seen several Lions fans talking about how Amon-Ra is the best wide receiver in the NFC North. I understand he's a good wide receiver. I understand he's going to be a good wide receiver for the future of the NFL, whatever. But what the fuck is wrong with you? Justin Jefferson is in the NFC North. He's on the Vikings. Obviously, I'm biased, but I'm pretty sure every single sane person in the entire fucking world would say that Justin Jefferson is better than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Everett, Justin Fields completed 7 passes tonight.
Yeah, he threw for under 100 yards.
7 passes, 11 attempts, 70 passing yards.
Darnell Mooney has averaged negative yardage over his first 2 games this season. -4 yards overall for the entire season so far through 2 games. -4. I see that Matt Eberflus is also. Guess what I learned today? By the way, their head coach's name.
Oh my god, AJ Dillon finished with. Oh, I'm beating you in fantasy this week. Oh, I'm up by 11 points right now. Oh, I'm beating you. I'm beating you.
Matt
Eberflus gets 100 yards. I win. I definitely have to throw on Jay Jetta's over yard prop. Definitely now. That's what I'm rooting for tomorrow. I don't care about
but Matt Eberflus is the head coach of the Bears. You know what I learned today? That his last name is the name of an IKEA product, which means it's like Swiss or whatever. And it means child potty. That's what his last name means. Children's potty.
Packers just beat the Bears 27-10.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, solid for them.
But yeah, no, I mean, I understand Amon-Ra is obviously he's going to be a good wide receiver in the future. He's a phenomenal wide receiver right now, but please don't be delusional and say he's better than Justin Jefferson.
I don't think anyone was serious.
No, I literally saw this on Twitter. They people asked what Amon-Ra.
They're getting clowned in the comments for saying that.
No, everybody was saying one, and it's just everybody was saying one. They were just all Lions fans.
All right, whatever you say. Well, okay, let's get through these last games quickly. We'll wrap this up. We'll wrap this up in 5 or so. But Jags shut out the Colts. Embarrassing by the Colts. Pathetic. Disgusting. I don't know. The South is up for grabs now. It's up for grabs.
Jacksonville 2-0.
Yeah. Or 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Titans are 0-1 right now. Texans are 0-1-1, and the Colts are 0-2.
0-1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Yeah, they tied the Texans.
Rams beat the Falcons. Mark Sanchez in the game said that Rams offensive lineman Coleman Shelton was, quote, clearing out defenders faster than a teenager clears his search history. Very interesting quote out of Mark Sanchez.
Hey, you got experience with
pervert?
Oh, we went 2 very drastically different ways. Oh.
You said I had experience clearing out my search history, and I said he was a pervert?
Yeah. We can combine the 2.
Yeah. I mean, that clip's ruined. 49ers beat the Seahawks. Easy win. Broncos beat the Texans. Their offense is so bad. Nathaniel Hackett is pathetic and horrible. Broncos country, let's die. That's what I think when I watch that offense play. They're so bad. The Broncos are atrocious. I don't.
Nathaniel Hackett might be one of the worst head coaches.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It does not work.
No.
But
I don't think he understands that he has running backs that can run the ball, because Javonte Williams had 75 yards, averaged 6.5 yards a carry. He just never used them on the goal line. Never used. I mean, what
are you gonna do? But it happens. Broncos suck. They're pathetic. Cardinals beat the Raiders in overtime.
We are prophets. You called it.
Yeah. Cardinals beat the Raiders in overtime. Call it debate. I guess it didn't really matter. Cardinals scored 22 points unanswered at the end of the game to win. Pretty good, Everett, if you ask me.
Next week is full Call of Duty beta, and the Cardinals are at home, so still
true. Very true, very true. And then ending things off, Cowboys beat the Bengals at home. Bengals are 0-2.
Also, the Cowboys were running their backup quarterback.
Yeah, Cooper Rush was in the game, and the Bengals couldn't beat him.
The Bengals have lost to Mitch Trubisky and Cooper Rush to start the season. On top of that, Joe Burrow is projected to be sacked 126 times this season at this point.
Yeah, so despite the, I guess, improved Bengals O-line, people were saying in the offseason, Burrow has been sacked 13 times in 2 games, averaging 6.5.
Also, not counting the amount of pressure that he's been put under, like quarterback pressure.
Play. It is not a great look for the Bengals. That's all that's the NFL rundown, though. This episode's kind of been going for a minute, though, Everett. But what else?
Yeah. Also, Justin Jefferson not getting NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week is
fucking God, who cares? Relax.
It's a fucking disgrace.
Dude, it's okay.
No, it's not, man.
Everett, it's fine.
No.
It's okay. That's all right. Okay. I think that'll be that for the episode, though. Raise 5 stars. Like the episode. Subscribe to the channel. Download the podcast. Listen to us when you're on an airplane. What else you have?
Listen to us when you're in the bathroom. Yeah, you're on a camping trip.
Yeah. When you're camping, listen to a podcast.
Hey, if you're going go-karting.
Yeah. Whatever.
What about a boat ride? You're on a yacht. Listen to the Waterboy podcast.
Yeah. Do whatever. Do whatever.
The Yachtcast. Yachtcast?
Yeah, maybe not that. Maybe a little too much, but I think that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and
Waterboy's out.